everyone, my name is Ryan Cam and welcome to my review for The Angry Birds Movie 2. This movie was directed by Thorup Van Orman, I hope I'm pronouncing that correct, and it has the voice talents of Jason Sudeikis, Leslie Jones, Bill Hader, and that's just to name a few. And this is the sequel to The Angry Birds movie, which came out in 2016. The movie picks up where the first movie ended, with the pigs and the birds having a bit of a friendly rivalry with each other, but they have to put their rivalry to the side to deal with a new enemy, one that's, well, pretty cool. Do you get it? Because she lives on an island made of ice, and, ice is cool, and, I will see myself out. The first Angry Birds movie is one that I didn't see in the theaters, because it's Angry Birds. I haven't played the mobile app since I think my last year of middle school, which was I think in 2010. That's almost a decade. I really didn't have an interest in seeing it. I later saw it outside the theater at home, and it was there, it existed. It didn't really offend me all that much. It was fine. But when I heard that they were making a sequel, I was like, well, the movie must have made a lot of money to warrant that. But on this channel, I try to remain as honest as possible. If I like a movie or if I don't like a movie, then I'm going to say it because that's how I feel. I'm not just going to like a movie for the sake of liking it, and I'm not going to hate it just because everybody is hating it. With that in mind, I cannot believe I'm going to say this next sentence, but here it is. I actually thought The Angry Birds Movie 2 was very good. The movie is not perfect. It's got its problems, which I will address. But I walked in kind of jaded and with no expectations, and I walked out, and I actually liked it. I think the biggest compliment I could give for this movie is that it's well animated and the voice talents are all very good. Jason Sudeikis is very good as Red. Josh Gad is very funny as the Speedy bird. I think his name is Speedy. I could be wrong. Danny McBride is very funny as the bomb bird. And Leslie Jones, who normally is an actress that I'm not a big fan of, she was actually surprisingly funny as the villain. Basically, the movie had energy, and one of the reasons why was because of the voice cast. My biggest concern with this movie, though, was the jokes. I was worried that this movie was just going to be plain not funny. But I was surprisingly wrong. Not all of the jokes land, and some of the jokes go on for too long. But let's just say that a joke about a bunch of birds in a big old bird suit that looks like a drunk animatronic at Chuck E. Cheese got me laughing. Don't ask me why, that's just how it is. I'm surprising myself having said that sentence. But those birds, in that dumb-looking bird outfit, and in a voice where the pig sounds like Dom DeLuise, got me laughing. I'm just as surprised as you. I think the biggest negative I have against this movie is the pop culture references. Some of them are actually pretty funny, and to be fair, they're not as egregious as the first one. Let's just say there are no group of pigs grouping around pointing at their phones and saying, Instaham. There are some pretty noticeable ones, like one of the Eagle Guards is reading a book called Crazy Rich Avians. You get it because Crazy Rich Asians was a thing. And while most of them are distracting, they don't take up the majority of the movie, which, that's fine. But that's the biggest negative I have against The Angry Birds Movie 2. That's crazy. But I have to give The Angry Birds Movie 2 a good rating. I don't think this will be in my top 10 of the year, but it's easily one of the biggest surprises. But this movie had solid animation, a great voice cast, a lot of funny jokes, and overall it just felt energized. This is by no means Pixar quality, but at the same time I have seen far worse animated movies in my lifetime. So if you've seen the first one, or if you're even morbidly curious about Angry Birds 2, I suggest checking it out. But I don't really have a segue for this, but While I was writing my notes for this review, my tweet got favorited by the director of this movie and the producer. I normally don't get starstruck, but I gotta say, that was pretty cool. But that's all for me, guys. Thank you so much as always for watching. My name is Ryan Cam. I'll see you in the next one.